Hello, everyone. Welcome, and thank you so much for registering. Welcome for Call for Code 2021 session University Challenge. I hope you are all doing good and well. So, yes, hello. So, we have exciting speakers and exciting session lined up for today. So before we start and I hand over to Nihal, I want to just give you some tips. So in the chat, you guys can chat with each other. I think we are very engaging there, so no need to mention that. On the bottom of the screen, you guys can see the ask a question section. So if you guys have any questions, please post there and see if someone has asked a similar question, then just go and avoid it instead of asking the same question again. And if you have a question that is specific to any speaker, then please mention speaker name and then ask your question. Okay, and another thing, the session is going to be recorded. So as soon as the live session ends, you can see the recording on the same link and download it and watch it in HD as well. Okay, so on to the to officially
Okay,
kick off.
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Kamar, for the introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our session today. We are very excited. I can see there are many excited people also in chat. Great to feel that energy. We're definitely here to talk about very exciting things. We actually did a Call for Code launch event on April 5th, but due to tremendous demand and questions received from the students in particular, we are running this session dedicated to the University Challenge together with IBM Global University Programs team. So let's get started. Kumar, can we share the screen? Great, thank you. So my name is Nihal Yammaz, and I'm leading the developer advocacy and hybrid cloud build team across Middle East and Africa region. Our team's mission is to enable and empower the developers out there, including students, of course, who would like to learn new skills or improve their existing skills about the technologies like data and AI, cloud native, application security, and so on. Joining me in the session today is Dr. Manar Abu Talib from UAE University of Sharjah, Kamar Nisa, and John Matago from IBM. And I will kindly ask them to introduce themselves at the beginning of their speech. So let's get started with what Call for Code is. Call for Code is a multi-year initiative which was launched in 2018, and it invites developers around the world, wherever you are, to build open source solutions to address issues around society and humanitarian topics like climate change, racial justice. Last year, obviously, challenges COVID-19 brought, and so on. And it's a global hackathon, as I said. Now it's in its fourth year, and this initiative is actually the largest Tech for Good initiative of its kind. It was created by David Clark Cause. They are a global leader in creating cause-related initiatives. IBM is, of course, a founding partner. Uh, the initiative is also supported by United Nations Human Rights as the charitable partner and Linux Foundation as the program affiliate. They provide a deployment framework to build and implement the projects that are created through this initiative. So as part of the initiative, there are different challenges, as we call them. You can see them on the right side of the screen. Today, we will talk about the first two in particular. There is an annual Call for Code Global Challenge, which we will go into details in a minute. And there's also the University Challenge that runs in parallel. And it provides an additional opportunity to recognize top-rated applications among teams of university students. And we'll mention what I mean by that. Before we dive into the challenge details, let's have a quick look at Call for Code's history on the next slide. As I said, this was founded back in 2018, and the aim was to build solutions to improve preparedness for natural disasters and accelerate relief. The next year, following year in 2019, an emphasis was added to the challenge theme on the well-being of individuals and communities during times of disasters. And 2020, as we all know, revealed some surprises and need for many solutions, including COVID-19 and racial justice. For the interest of time, I will not go into the detail of the bottom part of the slide. You can actually see some solutions who were the winners of each year. You can always go to our website and get more information about these solutions, including their technical details, services they used, their architecture, etc. Okay, so now let's have a look at this year's themes. As I said, the overarching theme of Call for Code has always been around climate change. Of course, natural disasters are a result of that as well, mostly. Uh, the same theme continues, the main theme continues as being climate change. But under there, we have three sub themes. And let's start with the first one. It's clean water and sanitation. So we are asking the developers to build solutions around these three themes, one of these three themes. First one is clean water and sanitation. As we all know, obviously, water is the natural resource that is most threatened by climate change, unfortunately. And if you can look at the stats here, they are alarming. And remember, the world population is estimated around 8 billion now. So when you look at that, do the math, the numbers are even more scary. So 2.2 billion people don't have access to safely managed water, drinking water services. 4.2 billion are struggling with, the reach to managed sanitation services. 3 billion people lack basic hand washing facilities. There's obviously so much more issues around water. These are just a few stats. But I think also being from the Middle East and Africa region, there are many countries that can relate to the water issue. And there are so many things technology can do here. And of course, we are here to give you some ideas. On this link here, you can actually see what kind of solutions could help address these problems. Of course, you're not limited to that, but there's just so much more that can be done together with the help of technology, like intelligent solutions for farmers, or understand using technology to understand availability of water, safety of water, and so on. There's just so much to do here. The second theme you can build a solution around is zero hunger. And again, I think being from the Middle East and Africa team, we see this issue across many countries in our region. And you could say climate change is a major contributing factor to this problem as well. And here, some stats: 135 million people suffer from acute hunger. And if you're not familiar with this term, unfortunately, it means severe undernourishment over some time, which might end up with loss of lives. So that's a crazily high number if you consider this problem. It's about people's lives. 690 million people go to bed hungry, and the number is on a rise. The other thing is, some people might have access to food, but they're not nutritious enough for them. In some regions, that is also another problem. In sub-Saharan Africa and Southern Asia, 57% of the population is unable to afford a healthy diet. So maybe they have access to some food, but it's not healthy enough for them. Again, we need to take action here. Technology can do so much, analyzing data around market, transportation, demand, and environment for optimization, and many other things. On this link, you could go and see some ideas and how they could work from a technical perspective. Again, you're not limited to those. Sky's the limit. If you have any ideas on how to build a solution to address this problem, this is your chance. The third and last theme of the challenge is responsible production and consumption. And I personally believe it's the theme itself has so many sub themes. This is a really large topic. Unfortunately, we are using our resources in a very unsustainable way, and it's creating destructive impacts on our planet. Again, some stats: UN reports say global material footprint has risen 18% in 7 years between 2010 and 2017. In 2016, this one for me, I always get really affected by the stat. It just goes through me. It's 2016, almost 14% of the food produced was lost in supply chains. It means it didn't even come to the market that we buy this food, right? Imagine. And in the markets where we buy the food, of course, some of that food goes to waste. Plus, unfortunately, in some cases, some food at our homes is wasted. But imagine, even if you buy it, or even if it comes to a point of sale, 14% is lost. And if you consider the previous theme about zero hunger, you could then relate. On one side, people have problems with having access to food. On the other side, we are wasting all of this food away. So it's just touching my heart in a way, unfortunately. The other thing about this waste issue is about electronics. So as electronics get more sophisticated, they get smaller. So therefore, it gets really difficult to recycle them. So from 2010 to 2019, electronic waste grew by 38%, but only 20% of that was recycled. That's another waste that's coming our way, the electronic waste. Again, so much can be done here on the technology side. There can be solutions built, or platforms built to build and buy products in a more sustainable way. So much to do. You can go to this link again to understand what type of solutions could help us address these problems. So these are the themes of this year. The solutions you could build would need to fall under one of these themes. Right. So just want to talk about the awards, because I know that's what probably people are curious about. So there is the global challenge, as I said, and the grand prize winner gets $200,000, and the runners up get second runner up gets 25, and third and fourth gets 10,000. So if you're a team of all university students, so if there is nobody else that is not a university student, when you submit a solution, your solution would then qualify for both the global challenge and the university challenge. So I hope that makes sense. If you don't get to win the global challenge, but if you're a team of university students, you still have a chance to win the university challenge. And on top of that, as part of the global challenge, we have regional prizes. So we have finalists from Middle East and Africa each year. You could also qualify for that one. So you submit once, but then if you are a team of students, you would qualify for both three. If your group is, let's say, a mixed, then it's fine. You would still apply for the global challenge, and you would still qualify for the regional prizes. Right. Okay. Just very quickly, let's talk about why you should join Code for Code. Obviously, you can build your resume by gaining exposure to the latest tech and learn from organizations like United Nations, Linux Foundation, IBM, and so on. Social good. So as you're building or contributing to projects, you are working towards something that you know has a potential to become real, right? Because the winning solution gets actually deployed. So I think that gives like another separate layer of motivation. Community. As you enter this world of Code for Code, you are going to be part of a community of developers and network globally with more than 400,000 developers from 179 nations that created more than 15,000 applications so far in the previous 3 years. Obviously, for the university, it's good to attract new students, work alongside of other schools, shaping best practices, integrate Code for Code into their curriculum, and inspire the next generation. And actually now, speaking about value to the university, I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Dr. Manar Abu Talib from UAE University of Sharjah. And thank you very much for accepting to be a guest in today's session, Dr. Manar. I'd like to leave the stage to you. And now, if you could kindly introduce yourself first and then proceed with your slides. Thank you so much again.
Sure. Thank you, Nihal. I was very optimistic to see this presentation from your side and sharing it with the students, developers, and many people. I will share now my screen. I welcome everyone here. I will talk for 10 minutes, but will teach you for the next 10 years. This is Dr. Manar Abu Talib. I will walk through this outline. I will introduce my first thing. Who am I? Coming from this university. I teach in University of Sharjah in the UAE. It is in the Middle East. And this is the third ranked university in the country. But before that, I was like you, a student one day, and I was struggling to find any kind of opportunities. You are luckier than me. Nowadays, you have plenty of opportunities, and you really have to grab them. So basically, am wearing three hats. I worked hard on myself. In the university, these three hats are: I'm faculty member teaching in the College of Computing and Informatics. I also lead the research outreach for the whole university for the 14 colleges to do this bridge from the university to the outside world. And the third hat, I'm a researcher in software engineering and open source, and I lead my research group. And also I'm wearing other more than 10 hats outside this university, which is I'm leading and doing many chapters for women in computing, 19 chapters, doing plenty of work with IBM, Google, Microsoft, and the international association like IEEE, ACM. I engaged my students because I'm a true believer that they have to be part and taking this opportunity from IBM. The IBM is giving us plenty of opportunities, which is wildfire prediction in Australia, and that was in the last term. So basically, I have 60 students. I engaged them, grouped them in 12 groups, tried to work with them in the requirement design and implementation to do this challenge and to be part of the community, as Nihal said. I invited IBM speakers to my class, and I made my students attend all the IBM sessions. Let me share with you what are the great benefits when I did this experience with my students. The first golden benefit is the real life project. My students were very engaging. Especially I have in my class students who are shy. Students who work in computing shouldn't be shy. Students who works in these problem-solving skills, they should be really seeing all the world, trying to put the difference and they try to put solutions. They are solvers. They worked in teamwork and they did it in practical. So in this challenge of code for the wildfire prediction in Australia, moved and made all my students very active, engaging. Those who I saw them at the beginning, before they joined the challenge, they were shy. But then they become engaging and very connecting the theory of what they study in their university level to the practical world. The second golden rule is, you will be amazed that you will be offered with IBM valuable resources. What are they? My students, they got to learn that there are cognitive classes. They got certificates, so they added to learn the courses. So if it is about AI, they learned about the cognitive classes in the AI. If it is about any IoT, they got to the cognitive classes provided by IBM, and they got the certificate after they finished these courses. They are capable, they can do it. The students, they think they don't have time except their courses, but actually you have all the time. You are full of potentials and use it. Again, you have opportunity to grab. And my students, they got to know about the GitHub. They got to know how they get connected and they update their code through the GitHub. Deal with the data sets because the challenge was about AI problem. So they get exposed to open these Excel sheets and try to clean the data set and try to analyze it. So it increased highly their analyzing skills. They attended with passion all the IBM sessions, although they have 6 courses per term, but they were excited to dig more and to learn more because of this code call challenge. They got to their Slack channel and they got to know many people, so many in a small period of time. They have been to all of these resources. The third golden rule is knowledge transfer. You are even undergraduate level master or PhD student. By the way, I did the 3 of them in Canada. I didn't get the chance to get this opportunity like you. So you are lucky. So you are lucky. You have to do it now. And I'm telling you, you have to use this opportunity. The knowledge transfer that you would have from 3 areas, from the IBM speakers, It is a good opportunity to see how these people, they started like you as a student one day, and they reached to this industry level in IBM. And to share and to even listen to the experts in the domain. That's very valuable. It's priceless. And even to see other colleagues from different countries, how they think in the other universities in different countries. Also a blessing. The fourth golden rule, enrichment of soft and technical skills. Without you feel, when you get to this challenge and you start to see different words, you are enhancing skills without you feel it. My students, when they started the challenge, after a couple of months, once they finish it, they are different persons. I can see them, they speak with high confidence. They write very well, reports and coding. They do communication skill without any fear. So it built their personal skills and soft skills. And on the technical side, you cannot imagine that those who doesn't write any line of code in Python, they are, after 3 months, they understand all of the coding and they contribute and they customize and they change the coding. It increased their problem-solving skills, their coding skills. And the fifth golden rule is the network and community service. We all start, we are students, and I was at your age one day. I know what you feel. When you are a student, you don't know from where you start. When you are a student, you are self-centered and you want to develop and you want to do and you have ambitions. But you feel you are scared. You feel you cannot do it. You feel, why I will go to this challenge, I will not win. No, first time, you might not win. But the benefits that you will get and you participate in the second challenge, you will be the expert who give advices to the others. So you need to think to develop yourself at this time. Before you graduate, you will get to the chance to gain so many things in one plate. So by networking, as Nihal said, and Qamar said at the beginning of this session, networking is also where you can also fund your career later. When you build a big network, you will find career, you will find knowledge, you will find even ways of innovation of how you can solve, and you will belong to a community. The community that Nihal, the impressive number of 400,000 and 50,000 applications, you will be part of this community. You will get to the forums, you will talk to them. You might even establish a strong professional relationships with certain mentors, colleagues, and your level students. And you will shape your character in a way that you will not believe that you reach to this level. Community. And because we hit high, society is your next target. So to make a difference, it is the best thing that you make your work or study or project connected to the community to do impactful impact using your knowledge and education and your computing background for this purpose. The last golden rule, the summary of 5, will be added to your CV even before you graduate. Guess what? All our graduates, they have empty CVs. So when you add with one challenge, call for code, with one, you will be able to add all of this in your CV. You will be able to write in the section of the project, the name of the project from this time to this time, and it is related to the IBM call for code. You will be able to add in the section of the skills. What is soft skills you gained and what is technical skills? So if you learn Python, if you learn AI, if you learn the data set analysis, if you can write all of these in that section of your CV. Experience. This is also considered as experience, especially if you got an award and you won. So it will be a winning story for you. The community. You might ending up with a membership that could be belong to IBM in open source communities or any other membership. I am part of more than 10 plus memberships because I worked hard on myself. I would love to see that on you as well. And by the end, Anybody will read your CV, they will see that you are active even if you are young. Dear students, our youth, we believe in you. I'm here as a mentor. I'm responsible to let you know that we really want you to unleash your potentials. And these opportunities come once a life. So grab it from now. Once you just taste this experience, you will be addicted to it, and you will do it more and more and more times. My advice to the faculty, if we do have faculty teachers from universities, I believe in my students. I push them hard. These 60 students at the end of my course, they accomplished 12 projects in the wildfire prediction problem. I was amazed with their demo that those who doesn't write Python, who doesn't know anything in data science, they speak with high confidence, they demo their project, they show me results of accuracy, they show me how they fit the data into their AI models. It's a big achievement and pride. And this is something that I share with faculty, my colleagues in universities. You can help your students. How? You can make the call for code as a part of your course project. We have plenty of courses. You can inject it as a final project. Topics in computer science, could be capstone project, it could be anything, and it could be modified like what I did in my software engineering class, and I put the outline, and the results were amazing. By this, I really thank everyone. I hope that you can ask your questions, and I will be very glad to answer you. I will be happy to share also my email in case if you need any type of this experience, I will share it with you. Nihal, the mic is back to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Manar. Am I on mute? I hope not. Can you hear me? My computer is acting strange.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you so much again, Dr. Manar, for your valuable comments, for your passion. And I don't know if you were able to follow chat, but people were loving you. So thank you so much for your time and helping us explain the value of this initiative. Thanks for integrating this last year into your curriculum and working with us on this with your students. Thanks again. Thank you so much. And now to give our audience some ideas, we have a video that shows the 2020 University Challenge finalists. So we'll just take a few minutes to watch and really hear and understand what these 5 teams did to be finalists in this challenge last year.
Okay, I am playing the video, but it's not playing. Not sure what's happening. Okay, yes, it's working.
Our solution, Recharge, is a mobile-based sharing platform for residential and commercial charging stations.
So the app essentially allows charging station owners to rent out their pre-existing asset, and this increases the availability and accessibility of EV chargers.
The app also enables corporately owned and public charging stations to be listed and rented, hence increasing electric vehicle uptake as drivers can be assured that they can easily charge their car whenever needed.
When we talk with our friends and families, it was frustrating to see them losing their jobs, their incomes.
That's why we built an intelligent crowd managing mobile app to decrease establishments' closing rate and also to manage in an effective way how people go and visit public spaces by following secure protocols. Kairos lets users do a lot of things. It lets them make reservations, know the store's capacity at a specific time, and shows predictions of how many people are going to be in the establishment at a certain hour.
When the lockdown commenced in the UK, shops were inundated with people, bulk buying food and supplies. This led to shortages as some people had to go without and food banks ran critically low. Despite these shortages, businesses such as cafes and restaurants and hotels had an abundance of supplies. The problem was that they had no way of getting these supplies out to the people that needed them.
We envisioned a solution that could allow small enterprises to monitor and trade their stocks and supplies with members of the public and other businesses. And it would also allow them to donate locally to charities and food banks.
We were a bunch of students who eagerly wanted to go back to university, but were really worried for our safety.
We decongest campuses by providing COVID-safe recommendations to locations on campus.
Our solution, Panda Map, aims to allow campus buildings, cafes, other socially gathering places to reopen while also maintaining social distancing regulations.
After implementing our solution at Berkeley, we hope to implement it at different universities and institutions.
We wanted to respond to the carbon emissions associated with the transportation and distributions of food. We also wanted to limit the carbon footprint associated with processed foods that are packaged in plastic.
With Planted, you can collaborate and team up with your friends, your family, and get a little bit competitive as it relates to growing your food, hitting targets, and just having fun. This is a movement. Zero waste, zero plastic, food security, self-sustenance. These are so many social values that are incorporated in our vision for Planted, and we just want to take over the world, showing people that growing your own food is fulfilling, it's affordable, and it's entirely possible.
Great. I hope this gave you some ideas. There's obviously so much to do. As I said, sky's the limit here in terms of your creativity. And here you can also see a few projects that were the region finalists last year from Middle East and Africa. Again, these are all here to give you some ideas and get started with your own solutions. And now, without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to Kamar. She's going to provide more details and information about the rules, resources available to help you, how you build your solution, and how you can get started. Thanks, Kamar.
Thank you, Nihal. So, hello everyone, I'm Kamar Nissa. I am Lead Developer Advocate for North, East and West Africa. At IBM, we call it NIVA, but I think I just say I'm Lead Developer Advocate for Wakanda. So, there were a lot of questions regarding the timeline. So, I think the important date here is the 31st July one. So the submission is going to close on 31st July. So be ready to prepare your whole submission, your app, your videos, everything, documentation before July 31st. So rules, as I was saying, there were a lot of questions regarding the rules as well. So the first regarding submission, you must use one or more. This is like the first rule for submission. You must use at least one IBM cloud service or IBM system into your application or POC that you're going to build. So another question regarding the team size is teams of up to 5 participants, and each member should be at least 18 years old. So if there's anyone in your team that is a university student but they're not 18, then I don't think they can participate. Not think, but they cannot participate. So it's pretty simple. Like your submission should have at least one IBM cloud service. There should be at least up to 5 people, and they should be more than 18 years old or 18. And so the question regarding the university students. So as Nehal mentioned that there are a lot of categories. One is for the university. So if you want to compete for the university challenge, like you say, okay, I want to do this too. So all the team members should be university students as well. and they should be university students by July 31st, 2021. It's not like someone just graduated right now, they cannot participate as well. So you have to fill out the participation agreement, like read the whole thing, agree to it. Application must be new and built for the 2021 competition. It means that you shouldn't do it for the competitions that were previous, and don't, like some app that you built 2 years ago, you just submitted now. No, it should be new according to the theme and the 2021 competition. So winning teams will be subject to a code review after the submissions close, and the people who apply for university challenge as well. So a team would connect with them to verify as well that they are university students. So FAQs, who is eligible to submit for the university challenge, I guess I've already explained it. A person who is a university student till July 31st, 2021, they are eligible to submit. How does the university challenge differ from the 2021 call for code global challenge? It doesn't differ, like it's not something separate, it's just a part of the global challenge. So it's like we provide additional additional opportunity for university students, because you can say like, hey, it's a bit unfair that a lot of professional developers are participating in the global challenge, so I might not win. Yeah, so this is why we have this an additional university challenge in which we recognize team of universities as well. So where can you find the official rules? There is a participation agreement. Don't worry, I'm going to send you the link. You will see it there. And you can go to the 2021 Call for Code Global Challenge page for basic rules if you want to know more information. So another question, like we said, there are a lot of categories. So are university students eligible for 2021 Call for Code Challenge Grand Prize? Yes, they are. But then there's a rule that if you are selected as a finalist for like global challenge, then you won't be considered for the regional and the university challenge. And if you're considered for the university challenge, then you won't be considered for the regionals. Another question, can university students team up with non-university students to participate? I think at this point you guys know the answer is no. All the team members should be university students. If there's a person that is not a university student, then you would be considered for only the global challenge and the regionals, not the university challenge. And the last one, can faculty be part of a team? No, this award is designed to recognize university students. So faculty members are cannot be part of university challenge, but faculty members can participate in the global challenge. They can create the team as well. And as Dr. Manar just told us, she as a faculty member encouraged her students to create a team and submit, as it adds value to their student life as well. So that's it. If there are any additional questions that you guys have, please mention them. Okay, so now we know what call for code is. Now you guys know the rules as well, how to do it. So I would say let's get started and create an account. So this is the link here. You guys can find this link in the chat. I would prefer that you guys follow me through this, because if you guys have any questions, you guys run into any problem, then my colleagues in the chat can help you out with them. So there are two things that are going to happen with this link. First one is your free IBM Cloud account would be created. It would be a light account which never expires, and it is quite easy to create your IBM Cloud account. Like you don't have to enter your credit card information or any other details, just have to enter your email and you're good to go. Another is registration for call for code. So through this link, you can do both of the stuff. And if you already have an IBM Cloud account, then don't worry. You should still go to this link, click on login, and then register for call for code 2021. Okay, so let's go. So for the time, I have already opened the link. This is how it looks. I hope you guys are following me. I hope everyone has opened the link and you guys are creating your accounts as well. Don't think about it that, hey, I don't even have a team right now. I don't even have an account right now, an idea right now. What should I do by creating an account? But don't worry, you can do that later on. So first step is obviously to create your account. So for those of you who don't have an IBM Cloud account already, You have to fill out everything. And for those of you who have an already IBM Cloud account, you just have to click here and log in through your existing IBM Cloud account. Now I have already registered from my personal ID, so I don't think this the call for code registration process would open for me. But I'm going to show you that when you are registered, how it's going to show. So you will be redirected here to this page. Okay, so while I'm waiting, I guess you guys can create your account. Let us know in the chat when you guys are done so that I can move on to the next step. Using the link that is provided, please create your account. When you would be done creating, you would be redirected to this page, and I think this would show the done tick mark because you would have done the first step of joining the community. Nihal, do let me know when they say in the chat that they're done and I should move forward.
So Kamar, Brayton is saying most of us created it yesterday.
Okay, that's great. That's great, which means the first step is done. Congratulations, you guys. So have you guys received, so I think shortly after you guys registered, sorry, I'm saying you guys, I call everyone guys, so don't be offended by that. So after you are registered, you guys will get an email on your account. It would say that Daniel Krug is inviting you to a Slack workspace. So please join that workspace, because I was seeing in the comments as well that you guys want to connect with someone, you guys want to have a partner. So you can join Slack workspace, and there you can connect with more people to maybe find some team members as well. Okay, so first step is done. Now there are some resources that from which you can get started. Like so the starter kits are to get you guys started. Basically, starter kit isn't a whole application that is available, but it's just building blocks to get you guys started. Like, let's just say someone has to create pizza, so they get a dough. Yeah, so now it's up to your creativity. You want to add marinara sauce there, you want to add pineapple there, you want to add anything there, or you want to get creative, create a calzone. Up to you. So starter kits are regarding that to get you guys started on the theme, so maybe you guys have an underlying idea about it. Okay, so I'm opening the Zero Hunger starter kit. So here you can see a brief introduction about the theme. Again, there's a video too. So there's overview about the problem, how technology can solve the problem. So there is this starter kit. As you can see, the idea is here to improve access to nutritious food in local communities, especially those suffering from acute hunger. Cooperative systems can be digitized and enhanced. So basically it's saying this is a building block. If you get some idea on top of that, please integrate it and then you can submit. But that idea shouldn't be like you just added a push notification on something and you submit it. It should be like innovative. You add more stuff to it than just rather small changes. Or if you have any other idea, then I guess you won't even need to use these starter kits. You can just go on and build from scratch. Up to you. So for each theme, you can see there are a lot of featured tutorials. Some are exact to the problem, and another are like, if you want to create an application using Node-RED, we are telling you how to create an application. If you want to create your application which is based on microservices, then here we are telling you how to create it. The use case here is banking, but of course you can deploy any application that you guys build. Similarly, build a blockchain network for trusted IoT. So these are resources to get you started on building, as the submission is on July 31st. Not a lot of time to build something, then document it and submit it to. So we have all the resources here in the place that you can visit. So I'm going to just open this one. So you know what happens when you click on it. You would be redirected to IBM developer page. IBM developer page is a great resource for everyone. We have tutorials, code patterns, videos, articles, anything regarding all the latest technologies like microservices, Kubernetes, data science, blockchain, IoT, etc. Okay, so if you go here, you can see the comment, sorry, you can see the details about it, and there is a step-by-step guide as well to help you out. So don't worry if you're saying that, okay, I haven't used IBM Cloud before, what am I going to do? Don't worry, we have all the resources here. And other than the resources, our team does workshops every week on Call for Code starter kits and other technologies. So you can just follow us on Crowdcast, follow us on Meetup, and attend our live workshops from there as well if you need additional support. For those of you who have like good learning, you guys can just get started, I would say, today with your idea and everything. So I just opened the Zero Hunger theme. You can this way go to the others and check all the resources for them as well. So this is for clean water and sanitation. So if you want to see some technology tutorials, they are there. If you want to have a data set, so it's there as well. Like let's just see climate data store. Okay, so here we are. So now we have seen all the resources, how to get started. Another thing I would like to tell you about is IBM Cloud. So when you are done creating your account, this is IBM Cloud, this is the dashboard. Here you can see so there's some Spark capability that shows you here. Here you can start quickly. If you go down, you can see some services. They all show up here. You can go to catalog and see different kinds of services. There are some data science services, there are some AI services. We are going to do a dedicated special session for you guys to explore all of the services. We can even suggest you some services as well. So please, I'm going to share the details about the session later on so you guys can register. Okay. So I guess that is it. So these are the links for the starter kits as well that I was just showing. Okay, moving on. So we have seen Call for Code. We know the rules for submission. We have seen the resources as well on how to build a IBM Cloud dashboard. Another thing is the judging criteria, which is an important thing, and how you would know. So I think you should have this in your mind when you're building something, so you can get better results out of it. So first criteria is the completeness and the transferability of your application. Other is the effectiveness and the efficiency, like how efficient it is as well. Like let's just say I create an application which is a machine learning model that is predicting something, but it only gives 60% accuracy. So that's not high. It means it's not that efficient as well. So try to avoid that. Design and usability, as we are all inclusive for everyone. So it is important that the design is good and accessible for everyone, and it has good usability too. And the most important part, I think this is the one that everyone should focus on, is the creativity and innovation. Like get your team, get together, brainstorm some ideas, get your creative and innovative heads on. And based on that, you would be just like something really innovative. So tips for submission. There are some tips for submissions. Understand real world problems. As you can see, the theme, it is about climate change. So you already know that is like a real world issue. So understand real world problems. It doesn't have to be necessarily that you're thinking there's a problem regarding the whole universe, globe, but you can say, okay, I'm from Africa, these are the problems here, I should target them. So you can think about that. Don't reinvent the wheel. If there's something out there, then just don't reinvent it. Like, let's just say you're thinking something about your application and it should have a chatbot. So instead of, I'm saying, you go to Python and you go to some libraries and create your chatbot, I would prefer to use just a chatbot API. IBM provides Watson Assistant as well. So don't reinvent the whole thing. If there's some things there that are already, you can use IBM Watson services as well. Just do that. Documentation is an important part. So document your source code repository. Fourth is invest time to create a powerful video. So as you guys saw, we were seeing the university finalist video. I really love the video of the University of Jamaica team. Like when the lady was speaking, I could actually feel that she was speaking to me, talking about zero hunger, trying to combat it. So invest time in creating a video as well, so that it feels like you are actually connecting with people who are watching it. And the fifth one is double check the permissions before you submit. See the checklist, see you have everything, check the permissions as well. More details are going to be shared in a link. I hope my team is going to share that in the chat. So, okay, so that's it. Further on, we are going to tell you about more resources that IBM is providing in additional support for Call for Code. So I'm going to invite John Matogo, who is the Global University Programs Leader for Africa from IBM.
Thank you, Kamar, and thank you all for joining this particular session. Let me just load up my slides and then begin my session. One thing that I really have to thank Dr. Manar is the enthusiasm that you really shared with us to participate in this particular challenge. As you've rightfully put it, participating in this kind of challenge is not just aiming for the prize money that one expects to win, but there's a lot more you also gain just by participating in this particular activity. Can I just alert me that my screen is visible and you can see my slide?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. So thank you once again, and for also to Nihal and yourself for accepting to really run another session of the Call for Code launch. I know we had the global launch a few weeks back, but I being the university relations leader for the region, thought that it's important to have this particular activity for our students. For the students on the call, as you may have seen in the last few slides, last year's global winner was actually a team of university students. So I really hope through this particular effort to present to you this opportunity to compete and to respond to your questions and your concerns, that we do have another winner for this global competition coming from a group of students like yourself. And this really shows that students are capable. In the past, people used to think that because of global challenge, there will be developers who are experienced, who have better chances of winning. But actually, last year we saw that a team of students were actually able to go ahead and win the global challenge. So again, this is a good opportunity for yourself. I mean, $200,000 is a good amount of money in every way you look at it. So, and besides, you also have a lot of other consolation prizes. But more important than that, I mean, let me congratulate all of you for number one, answering the call. I mean, as Nihal showed at the beginning, the themes of this particular challenge are really themes that are addressing real problems that we are all facing all over the world. And you stepping up, trying to solve some of these challenges really just shows the capabilities as a leader. And this is what we need in this world right now. We need people who can solve problems. So even if it's not just for the prize money, I mean, being there and being counted as one of the people who are looking to solve problems, this is really something that I commend all of you for coming on the challenge. So let me quickly show you, as students, I want to give you something extra. As you saw at the beginning, to participate in this challenge, you must use one of the IBM technologies. So yes, everybody can register and use IBM Cloud as Kamar showed us, but I want to give you something more. As students, IBM gives you the IBM Academic Initiative, which is a resource that you can actually leverage on and actually get to use a lot of other IBM technologies that are made available to you. So what is the academic?
John, sorry to interrupt. Please move the you are sharing your entire screen bar because it's hiding the text.
Okay. Thank you, Kamar. Okay.
Yes.
It disappears. Okay, let me pull it up again. Yes. So I wanted to share with you the Academic Initiative portal. So this is the resource that as students, you actually have access to a huge collection of IBM resources. And these resources are a number of things. One, you get access to full grade software from IBM. So I'll show you a catalog of different software tools that are available for you to use for your academic purposes, but also for this particular opportunity in this Call for Code challenge. You get access to learning on new and emerging technologies. So if you're interested in using cloud or artificial intelligence or IoT to build your solution for Call for Code, you could quickly get some learning on those technologies from this Academic Initiative portal. You get a free IBM Cloud Lite account when you register on the Call for Code. But guess what? Through Academic Initiative, you can actually upgrade that cloud account and get even more services when you use the Academic Initiative opportunity. And it's fairly simple. You know, it'll be like a shopping online shopping experience. You just log onto the website for the Academic Initiative, and the website is the one indicated down here, ibm.com/academic. When you get in there, you can then pick and choose what you'd like, and you can use that to help build out your solution. So let me show you what's behind the Academic Initiative. So I mentioned you have e-learning courses. So if you want to skill up on some of these technology areas as you build your solution, you know, there's stuff on artificial intelligence, IoT, blockchain, data science, cybersecurity, quantum, and much more. But also more importantly, there is a course on design thinking. And I'd advise you as you go through your ideation process to develop the solution that you would like to submit for your Call for Code challenge. Use design thinking. Go through that process and then understand how you could actually develop the solution for what you're proposing for the Call for Code challenge. And the beauty about this is that, you know, regardless of whether you're a technical person or you're not technical, all of you can participate in the ideation process. I saw a number of messages coming in the chat that I'm not a technical person. Can I still participate? Yes, of course. And actually the beauty about this kind of approach is that, you know, this multidisciplinarity approach where we all bring different perspectives as we build up the solution is extremely important. And design thinking actually helps us do that. In addition to the learning that you get on the Academic Initiative, you also have access to software tools. So if there's different database tools that you find in the Academic Initiative, DB2, if you want to use security, there are different IBM tools available there. And by the way, this is not, you know, like a shareware version. This is actually the full IBM software that is available there that you can download. If you're doing something with analytics, you've got Cognos, you've got SPSS Modeler, you've got Watson Desktop, Studio Desktop that you can use. And then what I mentioned, you have IBM Cloud, you get the Lite account when you register for the Call for Code, but you can download a feature code from your Academic Initiative that will upgrade your Lite account and give you more services. Think of it, instead of putting in your credit card, you can actually use the feature code you get from Academic Initiative to give you enhanced services as a student. So other software that you have available through the Academic Initiative. So, you know, there's a long list of tools that you get from there. I just give you a few of them that I think you could use for your Call for Code. But when you get into the Academic Initiative that I'll show you in a moment, you'll actually realize there's much more that you can get from there. So let me walk you through very quickly the process for you to get into the academic initiative, and then you can then use some of those resources that you find behind there to access and use for your call for code submission. So step one, go to the website ibm.com/academic. It's fairly simple. When you get into that website, you'll see the link that says register now, the one that's pointed in the arrow here. So you click on that and it opens up a window similar to the one that you have here. So extremely important, you must use your university email address to register for this. This is the only way that we know that you're a university student. So remember, for call for code, anyone can join in. You don't need to use your university email ID. You can register for the call for code service using any email address. But for the academic initiative, for you to get the extra resources, you need to use your university email ID. So for the academic initiative, you must be registered student at a registered university. So that's the only way that we know that you're part of the university community. So you enter your email address. So it will be your username at your university domain. So the university domain part could vary depending on which institution, which country you're connecting from. So it could be something like username at university.edu. So sometimes this could vary depending on the country and the domain of your university. But most importantly, remember, you must use your university email address. If it does not work for whatever reason, don't worry. You could reach out to one of your faculty members in your university, ask them to register. Maybe your university has never registered on the academic initiative, and your faculty member, your professor needs to do it the first time, and that will unlock it for you to begin using it. If your university is registered and for some reason you're not able to do so, my email address is right there. Just take a screen grab of this slide here and drop me an email, and I will be able to sort that out for you. Okay. Step number 4, once you put in your email address, select that you're a student, indicate the degree that you are currently taking. Okay, or if you're a postgraduate student, maybe you have a previous degree, so set that as your current degree. If you're an undergraduate student, no problem, just set that as none. If you're in the university, you're working to some degree, so in the sought degree section, indicate the degree that you're studying for, whether it's a BSc, BA, MA, MD, doesn't matter. Pick the one that points to the one that you're studying for. Enter the expected date of graduation. You don't have to be super accurate, just pick something that is close. And then the department name, pick the name of the department that comes close to what it is in your university. So if you're in the School of Medicine, School of Law, Business School, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Science, pick the one that comes closest. Again, you don't have to be very accurate because these names vary from institution to institution. In the section that says, enroll me to an IBM badge program, pick on the yes option. So the IBM badge program is really a way in which you show recognition for certain skills that you have gained. Think of it as a digital badge, and this is, by the way, the trend that is happening now. A lot of the certification is being recognized by way of digital badges. So I would advise you to register. Click on yes for that. Then the final step is you need to accept the academic initiative terms of service and the privacy consent. Now, when you load up this page, those two buttons will not be activated. You need to click on the text in bold. So you click on the text that says Academic Initiatives Terms of Service. Click on that. It will open up a window where you need to click on Accept. So basically what that text will say there in legalese is basically that you will not use the academic initiative resources, that means the software and all the material behind there, for any other purposes outside your academic activities or for the call for code activity. Okay. So you're not going to, for example, start selling the IBM software that you find behind there. Okay, and I don't expect any of you to do so. In the privacy consent, again, there is some text that will appear when you click on that. Basically, what it will say is that IBM will not use your personal information for any other purpose outside the academic initiative. Okay, so you just click on accept, then the two checkboxes there will become activated, and then you click on register. Fairly simple, straightforward. If you've done this, if you've used your email address as an IBM ID before, then you'll be done. If not, it might ask you to register that as an IBM ID, the usual process, and voila, you're done. And then it'll go through a couple of iterations to register that. When you completed that, you'll get an interface similar to the one that you see on your screen now, where you have access to Academic Initiative. The tab at the top there, you will see the different resources, so IBM Cloud, data science. So this is how we organize the different resources behind there. Let me show you, I talked about upgrading your Lite account, your IBM Cloud Lite account. How do you do that? So you go to the IBM Cloud section under here. When you get there, scroll down, you'll see the different tabs of what's available behind the Academic Initiative. So you have resources, you have software, you have course material, and so on. I'll tell you to click on the software part. When you click on the software part, you get this window here. Okay. So if you registered for your for the call for code, then you automatically have a Lite account. Okay. What I'd like you to do is then look at the section that says feature code. You can click on this link that says feature code here. When you click on that, you'll get a window similar to this one here that appears there with this string of characters. You click on that, and then this is what you will insert into your IBM Cloud account to upgrade that account. Okay, think of it like this being some credit card detail that you'd add on to your IBM Cloud account. How to do that? There's also a link there that will show you step by step using screen caption on how to actually enter that feature code and how to upgrade your cloud account. So I'd encourage you, those of you who are students, make use of this Academic Initiative option to get this feature code that will give you even more resources to solve or to develop your solution for the call for code. In addition to the, as you saw, there is also other tabs there. So if you go to data science, you'll find other software. If you go to security, and so on and so forth. Okay. So as a student, I show you that to just give you the opportunity to even give you better chances to do even better, because I really want you students to again win this call for code challenge. So go in there, pick and choose the software that you'd like to use, the cloud feature. If you'd like to learn more, again, under the Academic Initiative, if you go to the different sections, if you look at the courseware section, you have course material there. So if you'd like to learn, for example, about cloud, go into the courseware section, and there's a course here on IBM Cloud that you could go in there and learn this. So as a student, all this is available to you free of charge. Use it to give you better chances to win this Call for Code challenge. So thank you very much. And from the Global University Programs team, we wish you all the best, and bring this prize again home as a university team. Thank you very much, and back to you, Kamal.
Thank you so much, John, for sharing and telling us about this amazing IBM Academic Initiative plan. So I would like to mention that if you are a university student and maybe you're saying you don't want to participate in Call for Code, that's okay too. You can still leverage this academic initiative program as well for your skill building and personal learning. Like we did mention that for Call for Code, you have to be 18 years or above. So if there's anyone here who is less, then you guys can still go to the academic initiative and leverage these amazing resources that you will have. So we are going to be closing off, but as I mentioned, that we are going to do some sessions for you, as I'm seeing a lot of people are asking for help regarding stuff. So don't worry, we are still not leaving you. Like, we're not going to do just one session and leave you. We are going to be with you for your whole journey. So so first of all, I would like to point out that our team, so as I mentioned, that we are going to do a special dedicated session for you guys to introduce you to IBM Cloud. We are going to talk about all the services that IBM Cloud has, how they can be leveraged, how you can use them. You can tell us in the feedback survey as well if you need any specific help, like you're saying how to deploy an application on IBM Cloud, or you are saying you want to create a chatbot, how do you do that? You want to create a machine learning model, how do you do that using IBM Cloud? We have you covered, and we're going to to that. This session is going, we were trying to have this session early, but since we have Eid next week, so we are going to do the session on 18th of May. So please join the link and register. And please tell us your feedback in the survey. Please go to the survey link. This is the survey link. It's going to be shared in the chat as well. Go to the survey link and please give us your feedback. How did you like the event? If there's anything that you want us to cover more in the future, if there's anyone there that wants to be a speaker as well in our future sessions, we're welcome to that. So regarding your questions and queries that you might have, our team is doing office hours on Call for Code every Monday. If you guys have any queries or need any help, please go to this link, join. And I think there was a lot of questions here as well. So some questions that we missed to answer, we are going to address them in the next office hours as well. So, okay, now we have talked about the session, office hours. Other than that, our team is doing hands-on workshops on starter kits every week. Like every week we have this starter kit and then we cover it. For example, for the past 3 weeks, we have done this: combating global hunger with Node-RED starter kit, tackle responsible and green consumption with Watson Discovery, built a water quality dashboard with GeoJSON and Node-RED. And we have more coming as well. So please go to this link on Meetup and follow us. I can actually show you as well that if you go to Meetup, how you can navigate there. Let me just get the link and open. Okay, so you see, I think you would have to join first. I'm already a member, so I've gone here. So if I go to the events, there are upcoming events. More events are going to be scheduled, so don't worry. We do have a lot of events coming up. And if you go to the past, as I mentioned, we have already covered some starter kits. You can see all the events. So yes, do follow our team to get updated, to know more about sessions and workshops we do. We're here for you. Any help you guys need, our developers are going to be there. Our team is going to be there. We will help you out. And so the last resources, visit Call for Code main page. This is the link if you want to see all the details. There was a worldwide digital developer conference on Call for Code. Its replay is here on this link. So I guess these are all the links. So once again, I'm repeating, recording is going to be available as soon as the live session is going to end. And we are going to send you these slides as follow-up as well. So don't worry, we have got you covered in everything. And yes, so thank you so much. I would like to say thanks to all the speakers. Thank you so much to all of the participants who have registered. As John said, first step is to answer the call. So you guys are here, so answer the call, go to the link and get started. Thank you. So have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.